One of the most important yet underrated aspects of health is sleep.
In this video, we're going to show you the connection between sleep and ADHD-like symptoms.
There's plenty of research out there showing how crucial sleep is
That's
for
true.
so many bodily functions, right?
Yet somehow we always put it on a back burner.
Why do you think that is?
Simply the lifestyle
Mm-hmm.
and the culture of today does not make room for sleep to be part of our normal.
So, for example, like real world scenarios like us, what do we do a lot?
Right.
If we wouldn't get enough sleep at night, that's fine. We'll just have another cup or two of
Coffee.
coffee. Other people take other supplements, which supplements are great, but it never substitute.
Well,
Can
somehow
substitute.
we all think that we can hack
Yeah,
our sleep,
it's
right?
becoming a trendy word.
For sure.
Hacking, yeah.
But research shows that sleep deprivation actually causes or is linked to mood behaviors, sleeping disorders,
Mm-hmm.
irritability, foggy brain, mood
Yeah,
swings, and
Low,
ADHD.
lowers your immune system. Like the list goes
For
on and
sure.
on. But for this specific video, we want to show the link, right, of
Yes.
how it's linked to the ADHD symptoms.
Yes.
If you guys didn't see the video prior to this, we encourage you to jump on and just gotta kind of open up into what we're talking about here. But today we're specifically going to link sleep and the ADHD. Um, the symptoms, right, as far as sleep deprivation goes, it mimics so many of the symptoms of ADHD, right? All those.
It does. So the diagnosis of ADHD are very rare.
Mm-hmm.
What is happening, they're overlapping with the diagnosis of sleep deprivation, because if you look at the symptoms, they're almost the same.
Numerous articles state
Yes.
that exactly. So how do you differentiate it? Like I read one article and stated ADHD can cause insomnia. However, it was a follow-up sentence. It could also be the other way around.
Right? Does sleep deprivation cause ADHD-like symptoms? So I don't know why when we say someone is sleep deprived, you expect that child to be, or that adult to be lethargic,
right?
When actually, on the contrary,
yeah,
they will be hyperactive, they will be irritated,
unable to
focus, unable to learn,
follow instructions, follow directions,
irritated, mood swings. That is how most of us, I know for myself that is true. If I don't get enough sleep, you're not going to see me curled up in a corner. I'm actually going to be more talkative, and I'm going to be easily irritated, and right, for sure I won't be able to focus and follow.
Right.
So that is definitely what we see. But what is happening in today's modern lifestyle as a family, and I'm going to speak from our own experience, which I believe we talked a little bit about it in our sports video. You guys can look it up. But what happens is, like, let's say as a family, we're always on the go. We go to work, the children are in school, we pick them up, we've got 3 of them. They all have after school activities, sports, karate, music, whatever they're participating. And so you find yourself in a rush. You're doing homework in the car, on the field, you're testing them, so questioning them on the way back. Yeah. You're picking up some fast food on the way home. They need to shower. It definitely ends up being a late night. So all of us end up sleep deprived. So we wake up in the morning and again, you start the day. Now you're irritated, you're late, you're going to work, you can't pay attention, you're not following, you're not serving your patients or clients or whoever you're working right, so you feel down about yourself. And now let's say you do this every single day, weeks, cycle, months, years, and then all of a sudden what happens is it becomes your identity. So now you are the irritated, unable to focus person, you've got mood swings, and you think this is you. But actually, if you dissect and start looking at, it is your lifestyle that's causing this. That is why the ADHD rates in the world are so high. And
Right.
all of a sudden, we're getting people, adults, who haven't had ADHD symptoms in their childhood. All of a sudden, they're developing this later on in life, which is actually a red flag. That's almost never to be true.
Talk a little bit about what you said the other day, that study that you looked up, that you read, you came across, where was it, 20 or 30-year-old?
Oh, yes. A 31-year-old guy presents for his checkup with ADHD-like symptoms.
First time, right?
First time.
No history.
He has been having these symptoms for about 3 years, roughly, and he tried everything he can to fix it, and he just can't do it anymore. So he came asking for help and for medications. So this specific doctor was an amazing doctor. And she said that she started asking numerous questions, and she was kind of interviewing him, asking about his lifestyle. And then she figured out that these symptoms started around the time that he got a new job. And this job starts at 5 a.m. in the morning. So although this adult changed his diet, cleansed, did so many things, got darkening curtains,
right,
got the blue light goggles or glasses.
Sure.
He did everything. It even says he got a humidifier. He had these white noises, and nothing helped him. He couldn't get enough sleep, and all of the symptoms were there. And then she noticed that the job that he got starts at 5 a.m. in the morning. So he would still go to bed at 11, 12.
So he never adjusted.
He never adjusted his sleep.
So even though he woke up earlier,
yes,
he never went to bed.
He never went to bed earlier. So over the years, that just got worse and worse, because you can get away with a little bit of this week is hard.
Right.
We get 5 hours of sleep, right?
You can get away with it once or twice, 3 times, 4 times, but then once you're going talking about months, then years, there's no way around it.
So what happens? Did you guys know that when you sleep, your brain detoxes?
It's pretty incredible, yeah.
Literally.
So it's called the glymphatic system.
Right.
So in simple terms, it's like a plumbing system that opens up its valves. I'm not sure if it has valves, probably doesn't have valves, but just for to make it simple, it's like a plumbing system that flushes out toxins. It's in your CNS, your central nervous system. So that flushes out the toxic molecules in your brain. But the key thing for that to be operating and flowing properly is sleep.
Right.
So just think about it. If when you get a good amount of sleep, and that's during your deep sleep cycle, when you're in that deep sleep and it's flushing out the toxic molecules throughout your brain, right? What happens when that doesn't function properly? Like I read studies where during the day, they would inject a certain dye in mice, and throughout the day, barely any of that dye got through when they were monitoring. However, when they were sleeping, it flowed through no problem.
Right.
So if that flushes you, just imagine when you don't sleep enough and that plumbing system is not operating well.
So now you're
building up toxins in your brain. And this,
literally.
So this system is relatively new. I think it's only discovered the last 10 or 15 years or so.
Yes.
So it's interesting.
They're still doing a lot of studies, which we're excited to read about.
Yeah.
But according to the National Institute of Health, adults need 7 to 9 hours of sleep. And children, school-age children, ages 6 to 13, actually need 9 through 12 hours of sleep. So we are all different. We try to get about 8 hours of sleep, but each one of you as an adult and as a child should determine what the appropriate, adequate amount of sleep for you is. Because if I'm okay with 7 hours of sleep, you may not be okay with 7 hours of sleep. So try to evaluate yourself and find your optimum amount of sleep. So based on that, then you would want to create a schedule, and you want to make sure that you do get that right amount of sleep on a nightly basis. And to do this, we actually started setting alarms, because otherwise we we were not getting to bed on time.
Yeah.
So an hour of sleep is crucial for all of us,
Yeah.
and especially our kids. So that solved a lot of uh, issues
Yeah.
in our
Absolutely did.
family, for
So is this
sure.
the root cause of all bad things? No. But this is what we believe it's it's so important yet so overlooked. That
Right.
was in our lives. That was in
For
our
sure.
kids' lives. And I would imagine even with coworkers, didn't have much sleep last night, didn't have much sleep last night, and it wasn't once or twice. Before you know it, it becomes a lifestyle,
Right.
almost like a badge of honor. Hey, I
Right.
couldn't sleep last night because I did such and such and such, or work or extra
Right.
shifts or whatever. And then you still try to do that and try to maintain a normal life, but after some time, like your body's your body.
Yeah.
You can't um, you can't take a pill to make up for sleep,
Right.
right?
Yeah. So you would want to have regular, like a routine,
Yeah.
as much as you can, especially for kids. This is important. There needs to be a bedtime routine.
Mm-hmm.
If you have a newborn baby, that's a little bit more difficult. But
Sure.
once they establish a little bit of a schedule, that child, that baby needs to be sleeping, going to bed. If it's 7 p.m. every night or 8 p.m. every night, then every night you're going to try to do that. We didn't do that with our first child,
No.
and it was really difficult
Mm-hmm.
until we started establishing it. But then nap times should be at the same time. Your baby can't nap at 5 p.m. and then you expect them to go to bed at 8 p.m. So establishing a sleeping routine from an early age will save and solve a lot
Sure.
of issues, especially neurological issues in the long term.
Yeah.
So definitely sleep deprivation mimics symptoms of ADHD. Like sleep deprivation will cause mood swings, irritability, foggy brain, um, even symptoms of depression and anxiety are
Sure.
tied into this, but we're talking about ADHD.
Well, think about it. If that lymphatic system only operates mostly, so crucial when you're sleeping,
Right.
you're just getting that toxic molecular buildup in your brain.
That's it.
It's really quite that straightforward.
Yeah. So we hope you guys got some good information here. We hope that you're going to establish sleeping routines and sleeping schedules. And we hope that you're going to give this a try and that this will resolve a lot of issues, because it did definitely
Absolutely
do that.
did. Let us
for
know in the
us.
comments. Try it for some time, see what changes, and see how that benefited you. Let us know in the comments.
For sure. And this is just one of the things that this is part one. We're talking about sleep and the connection of sleep to ADHD like symptoms. In our next video, we will be talking about something else, and we hope that you guys are blessed by it. We will see you on the next episode of Healthy Family Talks. Bye.
Take care.